Hello, this is Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel here in beautiful Hawaii. Back with another in my A to Z series of reactions and reviews based on Rusty Shackelford's compilation of 132 songs. I have reached the Fs here, and that's exciting because there's at least a couple that I already know are masterpieces. But I'm going to start with one where this is going to be about half review and half reaction because it's Faded, which I've only listened to a couple of times. There's a couple of different versions. I'm going to use the Alan Walker live stream version. Alan Walker is Norwegian and British dual citizen. He talks about in the live stream about coming home to Bergen, so I guess that's where his home base is, Bergen, Norway. So obviously he's very popular in Norway. This song, I just checked out the video for it, has 3 billion views. Shows you that Angelina Jordan still has a long way to go before she's, a pop superstar in terms of views. But yeah, speaking of views, a couple of things. One, I don't say enough that you should always check out Angelina Jordan's original videos, not just these reactions. And the other thing is, for whatever reason, I seem to be getting a lot fewer views in the past few months. I mean, it's partly a seasonal thing, I suppose, but I was very disappointed by my Goosebumps Part 3 compilation, which I thought would be very useful to introducing new people to Angelina, but it's gotten very few views. So, as a result of that, I'm going to be doing, for now, a lot fewer videos where I spend a lot of time editing. I want to see if I can figure out ways to get the channel growing again. It's definitely stagnating for whatever reason. But so with this Faded, I'm going to go with the original video first. Not the whole thing probably, but I want to see how much it resembles what I remember from the Angelina Jordan version. I know that he did say that he loved the way that Angelina Jordan sang this. Okay, so let's check out at least part of the official video for this.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid
I don't know who this singer is.
Out of sight, wanna see us alive. Where are you now?
Okay, well obviously a lot of effects are applied to the voice.
Was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now?
Okay, well that's enough of that. It's I just wanted to get a feel for what the pop version is. That's one thing that's keeping Angelina Jordan so far from being a big pop star, is she doesn't do things a conventional pop star way. In the Angelina Jordan podcast, Wrapped in a Warm Blanket, I was featured on one episode, and that podcast keeps on getting better and better. The latest one, they were talking about how kind of comparing pop stars to like American movies versus British movies, where American pop stars were like the movie star. They're always front and center in the movie, whereas a British movie, it's more like a bunch of character actors. And I kind of think with Angelina Jordan, I have a similar analogy where a pop star is kind of like an action movie where you're impressed by a lot of explosions and special effects, and you have a fun time, but then after the movie's over, you kind of forget about it. Whereas Angelina Jordan is more like an intimate, low-budget independent film, which with serious themes and it's character-driven. The characters are much more three-dimensional than an action movie, and you care about them, and there's more. After the movie is over, although you might not have jumped out of your seat at any point, you might have cried during the movie, and also you remember it a lot longer. It sticks with you. Not an exact analogy, of course, but for what it's worth. So I think that's one reason people are wanting the action movie, and they're getting the intimate movie. Okay, now let's see her version here on the live stream. I can tell it's similar, but I'm guessing that once I start hearing her singing, I'm going to like the vocals more. Okay, let's check this out here.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid of aim is out of sight. Wanna see us alive. Where are you now? Where are you now?
Well, already I'm liking her singing more. I'm liking that it's not processed sounding. I think one reason I haven't listened to this more times is because I felt like she was too far down in the mix. I actually often think that about Angelina Jordan's songs. You know, her voice is so unique and rich and beautiful that it usually could be higher up in the mix than it is. So here's another case where I'm thinking that. And that's one reason I really love her collaborations with Ivan Mendes, because first of all, it's just a guitar, but also her voice is very front and center in the mix. Okay, let's continue on.
Where are you now? Was it all a fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary? Where are you now? Atlantis, undersea, undersea. Where are you now? Another dream.
Not sounding like a 10-year-old girl here. See, now I really would have liked to have heard that, you know, beautiful note there higher up in the mix without the orchestra kind of half drowning it out. But still, it's very professional looking. You know, if she becomes a big pop star, we might see more things like this. But hopefully with them remembering to keep her voice really high in the mix. I'm letting go a deeper dive and turn the silence of the sea. I'm breathing alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Under bright but failing light, you set my heart on fire. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Atlantis, undersea, undersea. Where are you now? All right, now I'm thinking that her voice needs to be quite a bit higher in the mix. Now I'm remembering why I kind of passed over this. She has a festival version too, a jazz festival version, where I think her, you know, her voice stands out more. But I wanted to check this out to see, you know, Angelina as pop star. This is the closest thing we have to a video of her like in a pop superstar kind of setting and lighting and camera work.
Another dream. There was the one inside of me.
All right. Well, I think I pretty much already hit on the main points about that. Is beautiful singing, doesn't need any processing. Good to see her in kind of an example of her in kind of a pop star environment. Definitely would like her voice to be higher in the mix. Very expressive vocals. So, not a masterpiece because of those issues of the mix. And the song is, I wouldn't rank it as a very, very good song. But singing, as always, is great. Okay, this has been Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel here in Hawaii. Aloha.